Hey, I'm Aiden.
I'm Vanya.
We're at Chalet Creek.
This is the source of our creek. We have a little bit of a swampland fed in from the surrounding valley of Fort Hill and other hilly area.
Yeah, the topography brings it in. It's kind of like almost like a swampland. And we think figuring a lot of the groundwater also converges on here. It pulls up, and then it's going to go and stream down towards the ocean.
Yeah. There's also a fair amount of overland flow from runoff in ditches from surrounding houses and residential areas that feed into this. This is kind of the cool-up area for the whole suburban zone here. Here we're at a artificial levee. This was built out of rocks to prevent the erosion behind me of what supports the road. A couple years ago, this all got washed out, and so this was built in prevention for that to ever happen again. Artificial levee.
Here's our feature 2. This is our floodplain. Just on the other side, over there, the river is where the levee is we were talking about earlier. So the floodplain is artificial, natural. Pretty much when there's higher discharge from precipitation, or rain or something, this comes down and it pulls up here. When it pulls up greater, if we come down here, there's actually 2 paths from the river. Right now it's just taking this left path, but when the water level is much higher, it could take this separate path, which also creates an island in the middle. And one final thing is, after all this water buildup, we know this is all the water buildup, it's going to have much more pressure behind it, which helps create a much more faster water after this floodplain. And we can see here is where it's created all the meandering effect of where it's going in like a S shape. And the way meandering kind of works is that on one side the water's moving faster than the other. Where it's moving slower, the sediment builds up, and the fast parts are kind of taking down the land on the other side, which creates the S shape.
Alright, this is feature 3 of the river. This is where it ends. This is the delta. And this delta, the river brings sediment from upstream and deposits it here. And at lower tide, you can see all the deposits of the river and how it divides and splits near the end. This is also where the flow of the river ends and meets the ocean.
Chalet Creek winds through a rugged, vegetation-rich landscape with a gentle gradient along much of its course. Because the river originates in a marsh and maintains a low gradient along much of its course, the water flows at a slow, steady pace. However, as the creek approaches its delta, the slope becomes much steeper, accelerating the flow of water. This increased velocity intensifies the erosion of the underlying rock, carving deeper channels and shaping the surrounding terrain more dramatically.
Chalet Creek is located in Victoria, British Columbia, which has a climate code of CSB. This is called a coastal Mediterranean climate area, which has mildly cold winters with more rainfall occurring during these winter months. The discharge of this creek relies strictly on local precipitation. Even daily fluctuations in precipitation can significantly affect the discharge rate of this river. Naturally, the most discharge can be observed during the wettest months of the year, which is the winter months, as the CSB classification suggests. To demonstrate this, we record videos before and after a single day of heavy precipitation. This is from before, and this is from after. Likewise, this is before, and this is after. This is from before, and this is from after. This is before, and this is after. And again, this is before, and this is after. Chalet Creek fluctuates on local precipitation only and can be majorly influenced by merely a single day of moderate rainfall. With a gradual slope, this river gently meanders from start to finish, though in sections urbanization has forced it to straighten. With projects in most classes being almost exclusively done on the computer, it was very refreshing to have an activity that encouraged us to engage with our local environment. Editing footage was also a welcome change from the usual essay writing.